Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us for, again, our very first virtual live college showcase. Welcome officially to CUSD's very first virtual college fair. My name is Bea. I'm one of the Futurology College and Career Counselors with the district, and we're so happy to have you with us today. A couple things before we begin for all of our participants. You'll notice that the chat is turned off, and that is because this presentation is informational for you, okay? This presentation is currently being recorded, so if you have to excuse yourself early, don't worry. We're going to have a recording for you, but we do hope that you stay the entire time. You as participants are muted and your video is off, so don't worry about that. That's a common question that we get. But again, your job is to sit back and take all of this in. We're going to have rapid fire highlights from 40 colleges and universities from all over the world today. And this is your opportunity to gain really invaluable exposure to what is out there in the world, okay? And as we're going along and as you're learning about these schools, I want you to write down the schools that are piquing your interest, okay? So that you can then plan to visit with our college reps during their virtual table visits after today's presentation. But again, your job is just to sit back and relax as participants, students, and families, and let our reps tell you about their wonderful institutions. I want to thank all of our reps who are joining us tonight, all 40 of you, thank you so much for being here with us. Families, this is your chance to take a photo, if you want, of your screen. This is the exact order of the schools that we'll be presenting tonight. So I'm going to give you about 20 seconds to grab your phone. Okay, and I'm going to give you a chance to take a photo of this just in case you want to see what the exact schedule is for tonight's presentation. I know that some of you might want to have that. And again, we're really excited for all of you to be joining us for our very first virtual college showcase. Again, my name is Bea. I'm one of the district's college and career counselors. I'm here with the Futurology team who are here to support you as well, okay? As you're taking a photo of the screen for the schedule, remember that the chat is turned off. This is informational. This is for you to soak in all of this good information. I want you to, again, write down the names of the schools that you're interested in, because guess what? After today's presentation, you're going to have access to these college reps to meet with them in their virtual table visit rooms so you can ask them more in-depth questions about their program, okay? So with that, I'm going to give you about 5 more seconds to take a photo of the screen. I'm going to check the Q&A just to make sure that we don't have any other questions. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. Here we go. Are you guys ready for our very first school, the University of Miami? Amanda, I'm going to let you take it away.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. My name is Amanda Casales. I'm an assistant director of admission at the University of Miami. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, I was born and raised in the beautiful city of Miami, went to the University of Miami as an undergrad, and now have the pleasure of working for the university. So I always like to start off with some fast facts. We were founded in 1925, but we actually didn't open up our doors until 1926. So we're just shy of 100 years of age. Relatively young, I guess you could say, in comparison to some other universities, and that's really seen in the flexibility and the vibrancy of our community. We're mid-sized and we're private. We have about 10,000 undergraduates that come from over 100 different countries and 49 of our 50 states. And I like to consider ourselves a hybrid between a large and a small institution. Large because we have over 180 different majors and programs to choose from. But if you really think about it, small because if you divide all 10,000 undergrads across all our 180 different majors and programs and all the classes that pertain to those programs, you're going to have a faculty to student ratio of about 12:1. So what that means is our class sizes on average are between 16 to 27 students. So you're definitely not a number, you're a name. And your professors really, really do get to know you. But in terms of athletics, we are a D1 division school. So I'm going to switch it over to the next slide and talk to you a little bit more about our class, our admitted class profile. So this is information about our incoming first year class. Common misconception is that most of our students come from the state of Florida, but remember, we're private. So we actually only have 35% students from Florida of our incoming class. 50% are non-Florida residents and 8% are international from all over the world. And as you can see here, 55% of our students speak 2 or more languages. And then here's the gender, race, and ethnicity breakdown as well. And to conclude with my last slide, if you don't mind switching over to the next slide here, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about our breakdown of our applications. Last year, we received 40,122 applications, and we admitted 33%. Now, we are adopting a test optional policy for fall 2021 applicants, but this is just here to give you an idea of what our middle 50% range of our SAT and our ACT scores, where they lie. And then our average unweighted GPA is a 3.7 on a 4.0 scale. If you look to the right-hand side of the screen, you're going to see where our students enrolled from. And there's a breakdown there of the different deadlines that they applied to. So the University of Miami has 4 separate deadlines, 2 of which are due November 1st. That's early decision 1 or early action. And then the other 2, early decision 2 and regular decision, are due January 1st. Thank you so much for listening to this rapid 3-minute presentation from the University of Miami. My virtual table is from 3:30 to 4. So if you have more questions, again, my passion is to share that information with you all and tell you about how much I love the University of Miami, and hopefully I get to answer any questions that you all have. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. My name is Chuck Lydiard, and I represent the University of Delaware. We're the flagship Tier 1 research school, really in the heart of the Mid-Atlantic. So if you're looking to go to the East Coast, and we're just right up the coast from Miami there, we are strategically located between 4 major East Coast cities, Philadelphia being the closest. It's about a 45-minute drive from the city of Philadelphia. But we're also along I-95, which goes all the way from Maine, all the way down to Florida. So we're really convenient to get to from any of the 4 major East Coast cities you see that have international airports. We are also along the Amtrak and SEPTA commuter train line. So, and also close to the ocean too. But on the next slide, you'll see that we're a real residential college campus. You have a lot of wide open green space, and you have a lot of that Georgian architecture, the red bricks, the white columns that you would expect out of a mid-coast classic. We're a Division I university with just under 18,000 undergraduates. And we also only have about 6,000 graduate students on top of that. So certainly our focus is on the experience for the undergraduate. And our campus is centrally located around the city of Newark. So at the very top, you can't necessarily see this, but we have a downtown Newark Main Street that really gives our students a lot of access to 80 different unique boutiques, restaurants, and shops that are independent of our school, but within a 10-minute walk of the center of our campus. So even at 18,000 undergraduates, you do have a lot of room to spread out. On the next slide, you'll see we offer a lot of different majors and minors at the University of Delaware. We have 8 different colleges. Most students on the actual West Coast know us for the College of Health Sciences and Engineering, and we have a lot of amazing programs in those areas. We're the #1 physical therapy school in the nation, so a lot of our students are inquiring about kinesiology, sports health. Since the 1970s, we've had a partnership with Dow and DuPont. They really were integral in helping develop our graduate program in chemical engineering. So chemical engineering, biomedical engineering are very, very strong, but we have a lot of amazing programs in that area as well. Our College of Business is also very fruitful. So we're just not a STEM-based school. We are actually a liberal arts university at our core. And we have amazing programs in art conservation, education, psychology. The one thing I think is great about the University of Delaware is 20% of our students actually come in each year as university studies students, meaning that it's okay to be undecided at this point. They come in going through our liberal arts curriculum and don't have to actually formally decide until the latter part of their sophomore year. 70% of our students are not from the state of Delaware. We predominantly are coming from Chicago-based east, but I'm actually based in Southern California, right up the coast in Long Beach, California, so I am on your time zone. The next slide will show the contact information you can have. I will also be present at the virtual college fair as well, but if you have your phone out and actually want to get on our inquiry list, you can use this QR code to do so. And if you actually email me, I can even send you information on how to set up a one-on-one 20-minute appointment with me if you have any questions about our early action or regular decision deadline or anything else regarding the University of Delaware. But thank you very much for the time. And thanks a lot to Futureology for putting on this great event.
Hi, my name is Renee and I'm with Johnson & Wales University. We're a private, not-for-profit university, and we've been around just over 100 years. What's unique about Johnson & Wales is we actually have 2 different locations. So our main campus is in Providence, Rhode Island, and then we also have a regional campus located in Charlotte, North Carolina. The great thing about that is being accepted at one, you're actually accepted at both different locations, and you can go from one campus to the next. As soon as one semester ends, you can start at the next semester. Next slide, please. At Johnson & Wales, we have 6 different schools and colleges. These are just some of our majors. We have a really small student to faculty ratio of 18 students to 1 professor. So no matter what your major will be, you'll certainly be a big fish in a small pond. Overall, we have approximately between the 2 campuses about 8,000 students. We offer 6 different schools and colleges and just close to about 60 majors. So we have a lot of your traditional colleges and schools such as our arts and sciences, we have business, we have health and wellness, engineering and technology, but we also have a school dedicated specifically to hospitality. And then we have our College of Food Innovation and Technology. So anything to do with food, we are your go-to university, ranked one of the top in the world year in and year out. Now, at Johnson & Wales, our curriculum, there's 3 parts to our curriculum that set us apart. The first is we have an upside down curriculum. So you take your core classes specific to your major starting the first 2 years. And then junior, senior year rolls around and it's more general ed. The second component is we value a hands-on learning style approach. So a lot of our classes are actually lab-based learning styles. The next slide, please. The third part of our curriculum is an internship. So no matter what your major across the board, our students are participating in internships. What have they learned those first 2 years in those core-based classes, and how are they applying that into the real world? We're working with companies all over the world as well as the United States. And this is a great stat. 71% of our students that participated in a paid internship actually had a job offer from that company. So our students are networking with these hiring managers starting from freshman year. Next slide, please. We have study abroad. We have over 150 clubs and organizations. We're part of the NCAA Division III. We offer a lot of merit scholarship, anywhere from $7,000 to $21,000. We have a $5,000 scholarship for our California students if they meet the 3 criteria, and I can share that information further. We also work with the government. We have federal work study jobs. Our early action deadline's coming up November 1st, but my 3 minutes is up. I'm a proud alum, so come and speak with me at my booth, and I will be here from 6:30 to 7 p.m. this evening. Thank you so much.
Hey y'all, my name is Jordan Berner and I am a proud alumna of the University of Tennessee and a Knoxville native. So I can't wait to tell you about my school in my hometown. So we are in Knoxville, Tennessee. Super easy to get there. You're just going to take an airplane over to McGee Tyson Airport, which is just 15 minutes from campus. It's a $5 Uber ride to campus and you're at the best place in the country, my favorite place, Tennessee. So next slide, we'll learn a little bit about UT. So we are at the foot of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. If you love being outdoors, you're an outdoorsy person, 800 plus miles of hiking trails, ski resort, all kinds of things to do outdoors. And that is just a 45-minute drive from campus, but we're also just a mile walk from downtown Knoxville. So if you're a city slicker, you like being in the city, we are just right next to downtown Knoxville. So you can see people in the middle there moseying around the market square. There's just so many restaurants and boutiques, things to do, plus internships. So we are at the city center, which means you have a lot of opportunities. And like I said, we're easy to get to. So next slide, you want to get to us because we are an amazing institution. So we have 29,000 plus students. Like I said, we're in an urban setting. It's called an urban wilderness. We've got the outdoors and the city side of things. Strong Greek community, if that's something that you're interested in, but also 600 plus other student organizations to be involved in. So whatever you're interested in, we have something for you. There's a sport, there's a club, there's a group that will make you feel included and involved in the volunteer family. That volunteer spirit and tradition is part of our identity. It's huge to us. And you'll see that represented at our amazing athletics events. So we are NCAA Division I in the SEC, the best conference in the nation, 23 national championships under our belt. We do love to win things. But of course, all of these extracurricular things are just in addition to our amazing academics. So on the next slide, you'll be able to see a little bit more about what we offer at the university. So we were founded in 1794. We've been around for 226 years, and that has given us plenty of time to create 360 plus undergraduate programs to choose from. Some high points for you to know: we have a space institute, so aerospace engineering programs out of this world. We have nuclear engineering and programs of the like. So the Manhattan Project took place at Oak Ridge National Laboratory. Our students have the opportunity to intern there. I've heard that internship is the bomb. We are home to the world's first body farm. So if you're interested in CSI, forensic anthropology, we do have that on our campus. It's an FBI training facility, direct entry nursing, pre-professional programs for dentistry, veterinarian sciences, law, medicine, so much. Supply chain management is something that we're strong into. So early action deadline is November 2nd. You can apply through the Common App or through our VIP application for a vol in progress. We are test optional, and if you want to learn more, you can catch me from 3:30 to 4:30 in my own virtual booth. That's my 3 minutes. Can't wait to talk to y'all soon. Thank you.
Woo pig, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kimberly with the University of Arkansas. And we are located in Fayetteville, Arkansas, which is in the northwest corner of the state. We are the flagship of the state of Arkansas Public Research Institution. We have just under 28,000 total students with around 4,700 incoming freshmen each fall. One of my favorite things that I love about Arkansas is that 50% of our freshmen do come from out of state, outside of majority of the bordering states of Arkansas. California is our most next populated state. So you definitely won't be the only West Coaster. On average, our freshmen have a 3.72 GPA, a 26 ACT, or a 12.55 SAT. This year, we are test optional. So if you do have a 3.2 weighted GPA, you would be guaranteed admission without a test score. But in a typical year, if you have a 3.0 GPA, a 20 ACT, or a 10.30 SAT, you're automatically admitted, no essays, no letters of recommendation. So whoop pig to that. We have a 19-to-1 student-faculty ratio, and we offer over 200 academic programs to choose from with 6 academic colleges. Our College of Business is a top 30 public business school in the country, and we also are very big with College of Engineering for our California students. All of our programs are direct admit except for nursing, so as long as you're admitted to Arkansas, you're admitted to your major. On the next slide, you can kind of see the area of Fayetteville. We are a Division I in the SEC conference, same as Tennessee. Go Razorbacks. Lots of school spirit, Greek life, student organizations, very traditional Southern school. Something that I love about Arkansas is our location. Our backyard is the outdoors. So if you're interested in the outdoors, we are top 25 schools for outdoor activity, lots of hiking, biking, rock climbing, camping, anything with ing except for surfing and skiing. But I always say no sharks, no saltwater, no problems. If you're interested in study abroad, you can pretty much go anywhere in the world, not during COVID, but we do have a campus in Rome that you can study at as well. And then on the next slide, you'll kind of see where we're located on the map. We're pretty easy to get to. We do have direct flights from LAX to our regional airport. It's a 3.5 hour direct flight and a 25-minute drive down to campus. A unique fun fact, we are home to Walmart's headquarters. So Walmart has a rule, anyone that does business with them, they also have to have an office in Northwest Arkansas. So we are home to over 325 of the Fortune 500 companies and over 4,000 individual businesses. Great opportunities for internships and career opportunities. We do have an automatic scholarship. It's based on your GPA. So if you have a 3.2 GPA, you're guaranteed 50% off the difference of in-state and out-of-state tuition. And if you have a 3.6 or higher, you'll get up to 80%. And then on the next slide is my contact information, and our priority deadlines for admission is November 15th. Would love to chat with you more about the University of Arkansas in my virtual booth from 4:20 to 5 p.m. tonight. Thank you, and go Hogs.
Hey everyone, welcome to my living room. My name is Tiffany Vigiano and I'm your regional representative from the University of Alaska Anchorage. At UAA, we value our access to adventure and our central location. We have the beautiful nature that Alaska is known for. There's hundreds of miles of trail, some of the best snowboarding, more national park than any other state, and you can even take a weekend trip to see the glaciers or the Northern Lights. But as the largest city in Alaska, we also offer those urban comforts that you've probably come to enjoy. So shopping, movies, concerts, and so much more. The state's major airport is in town, so you're just a short flight away from home. And it's actually faster to fly to Anchorage than to drive across California. On our campus, you'll be part of a thriving community of 13,000 students. You can take some pretty interesting elective courses like rafting, ice climbing, or dog sledding. And as a major public university, we offer a wide breadth of programs that enable you to explore and follow your academic passions. Exploratory studies is actually our most popular freshman major. We have some pretty amazing rocks in Alaska. One of our geology courses actually helicopters students to the site. This underscores our commitment to experiential learning. With more geologists per capita than any other state, we are able to bring employers to campus every year for hiring. This is one of the reasons that almost all of our geologists graduate with a job offer. Engineering is another high demand field in Alaska. We have a dedicated college of engineering, and many of our engineers are offered careers as early as their sophomore year. We're closely partnered with industry like ConocoPhillips, and our engineers go on to work at companies like Google, Tesla, and Garmin. We have a dedicated College of Health, where you can find programs like kinesiology, dietetics, dental hygienics, and more. Across all of our programs, our 16:1 student-faculty ratio enables small class sizes that facilitate real relationships with faculty. This opens doors to research opportunities in some of our major projects through the Alaskan Center for Conservation Science and the Environment and Natural Resource Institute. We offer students the opportunity to study hands-on natural science with a true environmental emphasis. With over 100 clubs, Division II athletics, sporting equipment rentals, and a new esports lounge, you'll find plenty of ways to live your amazing story at UAA. But you can continue your amazing story around the world. UAA is one of the few campuses that is permitted to participate in the North-to-North Exchange, which focus on study abroad to the Arctic regions. Then, when you're ready for a break from the northern winter, you can try a semester in Hawaii, Puerto Rico, or Las Vegas with National Student Exchange. Importantly, we're ranked #1 for long-term return on investment amongst our peer institutions. And we believe it's because UAA balances quality and affordability. We offer automatic WUI tuition in the $11,000 range to WUI states, including California. And that means that it can actually be less expensive for you to attend the University of Alaska Anchorage than the University of California. Because we're an open access institution, WUI is not competitive. There's no extra requirement, and our actual application only takes about 15 minutes to complete. I look forward to speaking to you more about this.
Hello, everybody. My name is Colrick Greathouse, and I am the Assistant Director and West Coast Coordinator for Bard College. Bard is a small private liberal arts college located in the Hudson Valley of New York, about 90 miles north of New York City. And on the next slide, you'll see our campus map. So Bard is a private college for the public good. And what that means for us is that we're doing work as an institution constantly to make a positive impact at our local, national, and global level in ways that are environmental and social in nature. A couple of examples that I like to share of that are, one, we have 2 farms and an orchard on our campus supplying more than 20,000 pounds of produce annually to our dining halls, community farm stand, and local food banks and shelters by way of donation. And then seemingly unrelated, we also have the largest degree granting prison education program in the country, offering the opportunity for incarcerated individuals to get their associate's or bachelor's degree from Bard and be able to re-enter society and, and continue their lives with dignity. And we were also the first college in the country to offer a human rights major. So those are just a few of the examples of the ways that we that we work to increase access to education in the world and to make that positive impact that I was talking about. And then on the next slide, you'll see we have academic programs across 4 divisions in the arts, languages and literature, STEM, and social studies. But actually the longest list of majors available is under our interdivisional programs. And that is because our students often combine fields of study for joint or double majors in order to create their own field. We're also part of a national and international network. We have a national network of high school early college programs, which are public high schools where students get their high school diploma and their associate's degree from Bard. And we have an international network of campuses, including the largest Russian-American education collaboration with Smolny Honors College in St. Petersburg. We have the largest Palestinian-American education collaboration with Al-Quds University in the West Bank. And most notably, we are co-founders with Central European University for the Open Society University Network, or OSUN. And that is a partnership that has just brought us $1 billion grant across the BARD network to benefit all 6,000 of our network students and beyond. And then on the final slide, you'll see kind of a breakdown, just zooming back in on some campus information. You're welcome to take a screenshot of that if you'd like. Most notably here, not only are 1/5 of our students from outside the United States, but another 1/5 of our students come from California. So California is the 2nd highest represented state on campus. You would not be alone should you decide to attend BARD. We've been test optional for nearly 50 years, so we've never really cared about SAT or ACT. We're on the Common App. November 1 for early deadline and January 1 for regular deadline. So if you'd like more information about BARD and about how to make a difference in the world, all the while completing your studies, please come and talk to me. I will be starting my open virtual table at 6 p.m. Thanks.
Hi, everybody. My name is Nathaniel Francois, and I am a Senior Assistant Dean of Admission at Bates College. And I'm just going to highlight a few things about Bates, and happy to chat later if you're interested and you want to learn more. But in terms of our core values and culture, we're a small liberal arts college founded in 1855 under the values of equity, access, and inclusion. We have been coeducational, educating men and women since the beginning. We've also been test optional for about 40+ years. So believing in access and understanding what it meant in the 1980s, also remaining progressive. We've also been carbon neutral for almost 2 years now. So, thinking about changing the way we view the environment, our carbon footprint, and how we can enhance or sustain a healthy environment. Next slide, please. Thank you. So a big thing about Bates to take away from this is that, community engaged learning is a big part of your academics. So we have something called the Hayward Community Center for Community Partnerships. It really connects our students to the community. And if you were to ask me what makes Bates different from all of the other schools in Maine, I would definitely say the location. We are the 2nd largest and 2nd most diverse city in Maine, apart from Portland, Maine, not to get confused with Oregon. I feel like I'm the only East Coast school here. And so with that, our students are really learning beyond the Bates campus, and it's really a great way for them to gain some cultural competency and cultural awareness. There's a large African population in the Lewiston and Auburn area. So if you want to learn a little bit more about that, I'm happy to chat later. Next slide, please. Thank you. And so the final piece that you're going to take away from an education at Bates is something called your senior thesis. And it's, again, one of the final most important components of the Bates curriculum. And so you gain a thesis advisor along with your academic advisor, which you've had up to the 4 years that you're at Bates. And each student will dive into their own personal research, something that means something very important to them, something they want to explore. And it really draws students to the academic experience. So again, if you want to learn a little bit more about what Bates has to offer as it relates to the academic piece, social piece, personal and professional, happy to chat later. Thank you.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Anna. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm the admissions officer for Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. I'm going to go ahead and put some links in the chat that you can utilize. Make sure if you want to stay connected with us that you fill out that bit.ly link. We are one of the 23 CSUs. We're located in a small Central Coast college town called San Luis Obispo. Oh, could you go back to that first slide, please? Thank you. And what's really great about that is you're so centralized, and being in a college town, there's so many resources for you as a college student. Half the people there are all attending Cal Poly. Being on the Central Coast, we're right in the middle of San Francisco and Los Angeles, and there are 10 beaches 10 to 20 minutes away from our campus. Even my virtual background is of San Luis Obispo. We're ranked one of the top surf schools in the nation. And then what really sets Cal Poly apart from a lot of other universities is our learn by doing philosophy. So we have 64 majors and 90 minors that go off of a very hands-on approach. We believe students are a lot more engaged when they get to practice their degree rather than being lectured about it. With our upside down curriculum, you will start major classes from day one rather than waiting 2 years. So you do have to declare your major on the application. First years are required to live in the dorms, and then continuing students and transfer students have the option to live in our on-campus apartments. Student life is a really big thing. We have over 400 clubs and organizations for you to pick from, whether they're identity and cultural based, leadership ambassador groups, or even clubs associated to your major. And in the last 27 years in a row, we have been ranked best in the West for a public master's level university. So if you could go over to the next slide. So just a little bit about how to apply. We do utilize the Cal State Apply. It's open from October 1st to December 4th. If you are a first generation college student and or a low income student, I encourage you to apply to the Educational Opportunity Program on the application. That does require 2 letters of recs. Other than that, we're just looking for A through G coursework from your freshman year to your senior year. Because we're an impacted school, we will be asking for additional semesters to make you more competitive. We're also looking at an average weighted GPA of freshman, sophomore, and junior year. We are test blind this year, so you don't have to send in any test scores, and that decision will be made for future years at the end of the month. And then we're just going to ask a couple of straightforward yes or no and number-based questions on extracurricular activities and work experience. And if you want to study music or art and design as majors, there is an audition or a portfolio. If you're thinking about transferring, if you could go to the next slide, it's a little bit of a different process because of our upside down curriculum. Oh, I guess that slide's not there. So if you are thinking about transferring, just make sure you go on our admissions website, as there's very specific lists. And then these are just a couple of resources. I put the link in the chat as well. Definitely check out our admissions site for what we're looking for, as well as our YouTube channel to learn more about our majors. And then the brochure is going to have everything from tuition cost, list of majors, and then average GPA and test scores. So thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today. It's very strange for me to be talking at you for 3 minutes because at Cal Lutheran, it is a very reciprocal process in terms of admissions and education. So we want you to get as much out of us as we can get out of you. We're located in Thousand Oaks, California. That is Southern California. And we're just about halfway between Los Angeles and Santa Barbara. If you're familiar with Malibu, we're just 20 minutes straight inland from there. So we do have students creating their class schedule around their surf schedule. Would you mind going to the next slide? Thank you. This is a little bit about Cal Lutheran. Based on numbers only, we are a small liberal arts school, so we have about 3,000 undergraduate students, not listed here, but we have about 1,500 graduate students as well. None of our majors are impacted, and so we do guarantee 4-year graduation. If you do not graduate in 4 years, we pick up the tab on any of the extra classes that you have to take. We have students coming from all over the country, all over the world. We, in the past few years, have been designated as an HSI, or Hispanic Serving Institution, meaning that our value for diversity is really a priority for not just serving our students, but serving our local community as well. About 27% of our students are first generation, so if you fall into that grouping, you will absolutely be supported on campus from faculty to staff to your peer advisors as well. Students are welcome to campus from wherever they're coming from with a full community to help them get to the finish line. Lutheran is our middle name, but that is absolutely not a requirement for you to attend Cal Lutheran. We have 39 different faiths on campus. And all of those faiths are welcome. We don't have any religious requirements. You don't have to attend chapel. It's sort of a make of it what you will religious experience. Next slide, please. Sort of cutting right to the chase. Application requirements. We're on the Common App. We require official transcripts. We do take weighted GPA into account. This year, from now on, we will be test optional. So if you have those scores, feel free to send them. If not, no pressure. We do require 1 letter of recommendation as well. You'll see here our average admitted student profile. These are weighted averages for the GPA in particular. Deadlines. November 1st is coming up. That's early action, non-binding. January 1st is regular decision. We also advertise here our notification dates. So we do try to get our early action applicants their decisions prior to the holidays. So this January 15th date is just a precaution to make sure that we have all of our bases covered before sending out our first batch of decisions. And then next step, I'll talk a little bit about the financial piece of attending Cal Lutheran University. 97% of our students are on some sort of financial aid package or assistance. We're very, very generous in terms of our merit-based scholarships. All students that apply are being considered for scholarships automatically. I'd like to really bring up one that makes us pretty unique here at Cal Lutheran, and that's our public price promise. And that states that if you are accepted to Cal Lutheran as well as one of 6 specific UC schools, those schools are listed on our website. For you in your local area, UC Irvine does fall into this category. We will actually match their average cost of attendance. So all we need to do is see an acceptance letter from one of those 6 schools, and we will automatically give you that public price promise scholarship. And that basically takes the public price debate in terms of finances off the table, because we're making it just as comparable as a UC institution. If you're interested in the arts, visual performing arts, those scholarships are the one category that do require some sort of additional application piece or portfolio. And then if you belong to any sort of congregation in your local area of any faith, we'll match whatever they offer you up to $2,500 a year. Tuition costs are listed here. I do want to mention room and board. We're ranked in the top 8 colleges in California for housing. We guarantee it for all 4 years. Students can and are able to bring cars as soon as their freshman year at no additional cost as well. And so it really is just a beautiful place to live, both in and out of the classroom and in and out of your dorm room. And if you have any further questions, I will be available at 6 p.m. tonight. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Barb Daly, and I'm representative from FIDM. FIDM is an accredited private 4-year California college offering specialized associate and bachelor's degrees, as well as an MBA. With our flagship campus in downtown Los Angeles, FIDM educates its students for careers in fashion, creative business, interior design, digital arts, and entertainment industries. The fashion industry alone generates approximately $400 billion a year, just in the United States. These creative industries are all part of a global economy, with California being the 5th largest economy in the world. So from entertainment to tech, to action sports, streetwear design, lifestyle, I mean, California has some of the most creative and entrepreneurial thinkers in the world. And you can go to the next slide. This kind of shows our degree pathway. The students start off with an Associate of Arts. Right away, 70% of their classes are within their major. And that's why we like to really talk to you about our major, your major, with over 30 different majors to choose from. We teach the business of design and the design of business in each one. What makes us really different is we teach design and business in every single major, but FIDM also students learn from industry professionals. The people that teach our students are actually in the industry working. And we also, industry leaders help write our curriculum. They sit on our board. You know, it's just very important to be up to date, to having your teacher actually in the industry and these professionals sitting on our board. Students build their resumes by working and interning in the industry while they're at FIDM. And this is something that we help them get through our Career Center, which is really open to a FIDM graduate for their whole life, which is really nice. We have over 20,000 job openings on our FIDM website just for FIDM students. And the industry hires our students with hundreds of companies. They visit our school every year through our career fairs and things like that. You can go to the next slide, thank you. So this is just a link if you wanted to screenshot it or take a picture with your phone. This is how you can connect with us. But I am going to be here today from 6:30 to 7 at a virtual table. And there I could go more in depth with scholarships, tuition. We can also do a virtual tour at that time, talk about different majors and what our alumni are doing. I appreciate the time today. I hope to see you between 6:30 and 7. And I want to thank Futureology and CUSD for the opportunity. Thank you.
All right. Well, good afternoon, party people. My name is Chris O'Sullivan. I'm with George Mason University, which is a Tier 1 public research school in beautiful Fairfax, Virginia, the Paris of Northern Virginia. That's a joke, you can laugh. Just 20 minutes south of Washington, D.C. We can go ahead and go to the next slide. As I mentioned, that highest level of research, big old public research school, 25,000 undergraduates on our campus and 37,000 total students. We're also a top 50 law school. So if you're interested in law, eventually, we have some great undergraduate programs that pair very, very nicely with our law school. We also have an accelerated law program. So that's a 3+3 program where you can do 3 years of intensive undergraduate study, shave off your senior year, and then 3 years of law school. And Washington, D.C., of course, is a city made of lawyers, for better or for worse. So that's a good opportunity for lots of our students. We're also the second largest residential campus in Virginia, right behind, you got it, Virginia Tech. Go Hokies. We're also one of the most diverse schools in the country. We're in the top 40 at last check, represented by all 50 states, 139 different countries. A full 50% of our undergraduate population are students from underrepresented communities, and then 1/3 of our kiddos are first generation. You can go ahead and go to the next slide. Thank you so much. And then in terms of our classroom environment and academics at Mason, for a large public research school, we have a pretty expansive undergraduate core curriculum that's based in the liberal arts. So if you're looking to really experience a whole bunch of different majors, if you're undecided, we actually call that exploratory. So there's no need to decide what you want to do. A little bit more honest, if you ask me. That's certainly something that our students are doing. Lots of hands-on learning, coupled with very strong academic advising. Tons and tons of majors, but I think a lot of California students come out to us for very particular programs. Criminology, forensic science, those are sort of a pathway into federal law enforcement. We partner with the FBI, DEA, Department of Homeland Security. Cybersecurity, engineering, government, and public policy is a top 50 program on our campus. And if you're feeling particularly boring, we have a double Nobel Prize winning economics program. So that's a good opportunity for students. And that's my time. I'm going to be tabling tonight at 6 p.m. So I certainly hope you'll stop by, and thank you for the opportunity. Oh, Michael.
Aloha. Or I should say aloha and welcome to Hawaii Pacific University. My name is Michael Taylor, and I am the Southern California Admissions Counselor for HPU. We are Hawaii's largest private nonprofit university, about 4,000 undergraduate students, so it's actually a great size. We have an average class of 17. We are a 12-to-1 student-faculty ratio, no lecture halls at HPU, and so you get a really student-focused learning environment. Next slide, please. If you are going to be in a major city, you cannot ask for a better city than Honolulu. We are in the on the main island of Oahu. We are really located in the political, cultural, financial hub of the state. So our students have access to great internships within walking distance of campus. We actually have a guaranteed internship program for our students. Honolulu is constantly ranked as one of the happiest, one of the healthiest, one of the friendliest cities in the United States. We're also the 4th safest city in the United States, an average temperature of 77 degrees year-round, and average water temperature of about 74 degrees year-round. So my students really get the best of being in a major city, but you get the best of being in Hawaii as well. Next slide, please. And a few things to know about us. We have about 50 undergraduate majors and concentrations. Our largest programs are business, nursing. We have a lot of students for the marine sciences. Anything with an international focus is great here, or you can come in as an undeclared student too. Our students do rank in the top 8 percentile nationally when it comes to income mobility. That's looking at their success after they graduate and their student debt ratio, which is lower than average. So they're quite successful. We are ranked #1 in diversity amongst private colleges in the United States. about a third of our students are local to Hawaii, but the other 2/3 of our students represent the other 49 states and about 70 different countries. Southern California is our largest area of enrollment outside of Hawaii. And then we have the California tuition match. What that means is that if you come to HPU as a freshman from California, we guarantee that you will not pay more than the UC's in-state rate. So that automatically takes off about $16,000 from the cost of our regular tuition and puts us at the UC rate of $12,570. That's not combinable with merit scholarships, but we will consider you for both, and whichever is better, you will get automatically. We have Division II athletics. We have a number of study abroad programs. We have a very holistic admissions process. We are on the Common App, and we don't have any impacted majors other than our nursing program. And so we're able to be flexible with our students. I'll be at the fair later. Come by, say aloha, and we'll hand it off to the next college. Mahalo.
Awesome. Thank you, Michael. My name is Kelly Kane, and I am the Hillsdale College Director of West Coast Recruitment, along with being a 2014 graduate of Hillsdale myself. So if we go, perfect, thank you. Now, Hillsdale is a small private Christian classical liberal arts college located in southern Michigan. In terms of size, we have about 1,460 students, and more than 70% of them are from out of state. On average, 70 to 90 of our students are from California. In terms of academics, Hillsdale takes a classical approach to the liberal arts, meaning that we want students to first build a strong foundation in their reading, writing, research, and rhetoric skills, really becoming that creative, flexible problem solver. And so how we do that is first spending 1/3 of your time in our core curriculum. That's foundational set of classes like great books, literature, history, politics, economics, biology, mathematics, fine arts, philosophy, really building that foundation. And then the other 2/3 of your time is spent in your major, what you choose to study for the depth of your time. And there are more than 40 options at Hillsdale. Some of our most popular programs include biology, economics, English, and mathematics. And we also have popular pre-advising tracks for pre-law, pre-med, pre-vet, pre-engineering, and more. And at Hillsdale, we really emphasize that small classroom environment for our students. So the average class size at the college is only 15. We have a 9-to-1 student faculty ratio, great research opportunities, including a human cadaver lab and a 685-acre research station. We also have a Washington, D.C. internship program, and that all results in a 98% graduate placement rate. If we could go to the next slide. To talk a little bit about student life, there are a wide range of extracurricular opportunities at the college, more than 100 clubs. 20% of our students are NCAA Division II athletes, so we do offer athletic scholarships. 25% of our students join the Greek life programs. 40% of students are involved in the performing arts. We also have a top 5 ranked college newspaper, along with being ranked top 5 in the country for students who volunteer the most in their community. And while the college is Christian, we don't require our students to be, but we do ask you to sign an honor code, which challenges you to be self-governing and virtuous. And overall, it's just a really highly residential and active campus with so many out-of-state students. And then next slide, please. So Hillsdale is on the Common App and is test optional for fall 2021 applicants. We offer merit, athletic, and talent-based scholarships, including music, art, theater, and dance. And then we also offer need-based financial aid. So to be given priority consideration for scholarship, students should apply by December 1st. And then we also highly recommend that they do not require admissions interviews. I included my email address and contact information there. You can find information about virtual tours and webinars on our website as well. And I will be on Zoom in my room at 6 o'clock, starting at 6 o'clock tonight. So thank you all so much for your time. And I'm going to hand it over to Will.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. My name is Will, and I'm from the Illinois Institute of Technology. Thank you so much for being here. As you can see on the screen, we are located in Chicago, just a few minutes from the immediate downtown core of the city. And even though we are in a city environment, you can see some green space, you can see some trees on campus. If you go to the next slide, you can get a little peek at some of the programs we have at Illinois Tech, we have just about 45 different undergraduate majors. They are all STEM focused. We are fully STEM focused institutions. So engineering, computer science, architecture, those are some of our most well-known programs. We also have a full slate of your traditional lab science programs, as well as more interdisciplinary programs as well. We are a small institution with just about 3,000 undergraduate students. And while we are small, we are a diverse community. We have students from all across the US, as well as 80 different countries represented on campus. You can see some information here about recent profiles and admissions deadlines. Typically, we're looking for pretty strong academic students, anywhere between a 3.7 to a 4.3 on a weighted scale. We are test optional this year, and we do recommend that you apply before November 15th, if at all possible. That's going to give you the best scholarship consideration. I'll talk a little bit more about that at the end. But if you go to the next slide, you'll see some of the information about our hands-on learning that we have at Illinois Tech. We are definitely an institution where you have a strong focus on that and getting you out of the classroom and really applying the concepts you're learning. One of the ways we do that is through our research experiences. Our students have the opportunity to get involved in research as early as year one. So definitely encourage that for our students. Another great pathway is through our interprofessional projects. This is something we launched over 20 years ago. Students work in small interdisciplinary teams trying to solve a problem of their choosing. We feel this is a really good fit for our students because it's representative of what life will be like after graduation. Very rarely will you be a full team of engineers or a full team of CS grads working together. You need to work with others, and this program helps you do that. Last, we have our Elevate program. That's all about getting you off campus. We know we have great things at Illinois Tech, but there is a whole world of opportunities. And so this will help you find study abroad experiences, internships, or maybe even co-ops that allow you to get some further hands-on learning experiences. On the next slide, you'll see some information about the success of our graduates. We are ranked number 36 in the US for a best value university, as well as having a really high return on investment. In terms of scholarships, when you apply to Illinois Tech, you are automatically considered for scholarships. So it's the Common App, and it automatically considers you for our awards. This year, anyone who is admitted to Illinois Tech will be receiving at least $25,000 in scholarship support, and you will get that all 4 years at Illinois Tech. If you apply before November 15th, you are in the running for up to full tuition awards, so feel free to stop by later this evening to talk with me about those. But next up, we are headed to Iowa State, I believe.
Hi there, everyone. My name is Abby with Iowa State University, and I want to start today with where is Iowa State located? We are in the heart of the Midwest in Ames, Iowa, and proud to say that we received a few rankings this year for being one of the best college towns in the entire nation. But let's get to know Iowa State a little bit more by the numbers. We're going to be the largest school in the state of Iowa with about 33,000 students. All 50 states represented, and 46% of our population is from out of state. So you are not alone coming from California to the state of Iowa. 115 different nations represented and over 3,000 international students. There's going to be 900 different clubs and organizations for student involvement. So always something going on. We are also a part of the Big 12 Athletic Conference and a top tier research institution. Let's take it to the next slide here and take a look at our majors. We have 6 colleges at Iowa State, and within that are our 100 majors. Most popular majors for our California students are going to be our College of Engineering majors, as well as the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences. Both of those colleges have some of the largest career fairs in the entire nation. So some majors there to point out, and we do have aerospace engineering. We have the longest running vet med program in the nation, so lots of animal science pre-vet students. Accredited architecture, apparel, merchandise, and design is one of our top majors with the largest student-run fashion show in the nation. And we are proud to hold a 95% placement rating within 6 months of graduating. Let's take a look at the next slide of why should you consider Iowa State? One of the reasons I think is once you submit your application, you automatically hear whether you got into Iowa State or not. So no wait time. And of those students who do apply, 88% are accepted. Once at Iowa State, day one, you are directly in your college and starting your major studies from day one. And for scholarships, our admission scholarships are automatic with no competition. So if you have the numbers, it's automatically yours. And on top of that, we can add California specific scholarships too. For my seniors in the house today, I'd love to meet with you at 6 p.m. this afternoon. Our application is open now and we're test optional. Thank you.
All right, I hope I'm on screen. I can't see myself here, but my name is Jason. I am an artist here in Orange County, California, so right around the corner from you guys. I represent Laguna College of Art and Design. It's my alma mater, and I am the Associate Director of Admissions for the college. We are a visual art school, a nonprofit visual art school right here in your backyard in Laguna Beach. We are a very small school, hearing about a lot of big schools here. We are a very small school, about 750 students total on campus. We are WASC and NASAT accredited, and I want to go through here a couple of our majors for you guys. Or excuse me, these are all of our majors. We have animation, which is a classic animation program, one of the last in the country. We have experimental animation, which is more geared up for television animation. So animation being more like Disney's Aladdin, where experimental animation being more like Adventure Time or Steven Universe for those folks who like the animation here. Other than that, we have drawing and painting, which is our only fine arts major. Entertainment design, which is visual development for amusement parks and large creative projects. Game art, students there are learning to build playable video games. Graphic design is for logos and videography and photography and apparel design and all sorts of things there. Illustration tends to act as a catch-all major for those students who are excited about all things art, but they can't quite put their finger on what industry they want to go into. And also, we are one of the least expensive private visual arts colleges on the West Coast. I went ahead there and I put into the chat our virtual table and our LCAD mailing list link. So there's a lot more visuals and things to check out there. Next slide, please. Your application. So applications are currently open to seniors and transfer students. Our application works more like an account where you would log in at any time and upload the documents. And then once all those documents are into us, then we will review your application. So we have rolling admissions. We will accept that application until August 1st. So that's August 1st, which is a couple weeks before the semester there. Requirements, transcripts, we require at least a 2.5 GPA. A portfolio and an essay. Things that are not required, we do not look at SAT scores or ACT scores. Letters of recommendation, while I love reading about people who are bragging about you, we do not have them as admissions requirements. But you can still send them to me. I still enjoy that stuff. Contacts are right there on the screen, admissions@lcad.edu. I work at the college as a portfolio coach along with admissions counselor. So feel free to reach out to me to get some guidance on your portfolio. Next slide, please. Oh, skipped it there. There we go. So here we have a list of our where our LCAD alumni are working to give you an idea of our reach. We are a small school, but we reach wide into the creative industries. So feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. I'd love to talk more about our majors, and I will be in my booth from 6 to 8 tonight. So thank you, folks.
All right, hello everybody. My name is Trey Killeen, and I am the California Admissions Counselor for LSU. Founded in 1853, LSU is one of 50 flagship institutions. We have utilized our land, sea, and space grant status in becoming a top 30 university for total research conducted. Through this research, LSU has accumulated numerous Nobel Prizes, including our most recent in 2017 for detecting gravitational waves and confirming Einstein's theory of relativity. We have over 330 academic programs to choose from and are one of 8 universities with law, medical, dental, nursing, veterinary, and MBA schools, several of which are ranked in the top 10. Next slide, please. Seen here are some of our newest facilities on campus. In 2017, we unveiled our new engineering college at over $110 million. This is one of the largest freestanding facilities on any college campus in the country. To its left is our new business college, where we released one of the country's first full entrepreneurship institutes and have the #1 internal auditing program in the country. LSU has built 3 new residence halls since 2015 and 2 in the past 3 years. Released in 2018 was our on-campus upperclassmen apartment complex, which was a 250 $140 million project located just across the street from Tiger Stadium, with a built-in grocery market, restaurants, and a rec center extension. So far, Nicholson Gateway is sold out on its first day of leasing every year. LSU recently built a new recreational facility, which we call the UREC. State-of-the-art amenities can be seen at every level, from the LSU Leisure River to the indoor rock climbing walls, the multi-level track, beach volleyball courts, fitness rooms, and much more. Gone are the days when students need their LSU ID to scan in, as our automated entry system allows students to scan in with their eyes. Next slide, please. The culture of Louisiana and LSU cannot be replicated anywhere else. LSU has over 500 student organizations and the 9th largest stadium in the world, holding just over 108,000 people. At certain games, crowds of over 150,000 can be seen tailgating throughout campus. It's gotten so loud that our crowd once registered for a small earthquake, and we do not have earthquakes in Louisiana. While football may receive the most media attention, LSU ranks 9th for most Division I national championships across all sports. Once the new year rolls in, spring semester brings in crawfish and festival season. Crawfish bowls can be seen on a regular basis, while Mardi Gras celebrations are abundant from Baton Rouge down to New Orleans, and our students do get a half a week off for this holiday. Lastly, there's really never been a better time to be a Tiger. LSU has enrolled its largest, highest scoring, and most diverse classes for 3 years consecutively, while also increasing our California enrollment by 200% during that time span. We offer out-of-state scholarship opportunities from $10,000 to $50,000 per year, and are one of 40 universities to offer the prestigious Stamp Scholarship. We're a few weeks away from announcing that we will be test optional, and we evaluate students through our holistic review. Please feel free to come see me at 6 o'clock in my virtual room. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Tara Crisp. I'm an assistant director of admissions at Loyola University Chicago. I'm based in Southern California, and I've been working with students coming from the West Coast to Loyola for about 10 years. I put a link in the chat if you'd like to register for this event and receive more information about Loyola. Go ahead and fill that out when you can. Thank you. So Loyola Chicago is the largest Jesuit school in the country, serving 17,000 diverse students. 12,000 of those are undergraduates. So we are a mid-sized university, and we have all the academic and social resources of a larger school while still providing small class sizes and a close-knit community. We really do embrace the values of Jesuit education, focused on care of the whole person, global awareness, service, and being men and women for others. So regardless of your major at Loyola, you're going to have the opportunity to serve others and learn about social justice issues. We want you to form your own opinions and have those difficult conversations. We really believe in not only equipping our students for the workforce, but also to be citizens ready to give back to their community and make the world a better place. Loyola has 2 undergraduate campuses in the city of Chicago. The Lakeshore campus is nestled in a residential neighborhood along the shores of beautiful Lake Michigan, creating a very traditional college experience. 8 miles south is our Water Tower campus, and it lies in the heart of downtown Chicago, right off of Michigan Avenue. Here is home to our School of Business, Communication, Education, Social Work, and our law school. Loyola students often remark that the 2 campuses really represent the best of both worlds, combining a traditional college or traditional residential college with a fast-paced metropolitan one. Next slide, please. So at Loyola, our students enjoy studying over 80 majors and minors, 45 5-year dual degree programs at one of our renowned medical and law schools. 98% of our students are either employed or in grad school within 3 months of graduating, which is pretty huge. Outside of the classroom, our Ramblers are going to be active in over 250 different organizations, ranging from Greek life to Division I athletics to competitive club and intramural sports. We were actually ranked the #1 intramural sports program in the country last year, which is pretty cool. Loyola is most known for our programs in the health sciences, including direct entry nursing, business, which is ranked the #1 undergraduate business program in the city of Chicago, and communications, along with our School of Environmental Sustainability. Next slide, please. You can apply for free through either our website or the Common App. So we are rolling admissions, and we review applications upon completion using our holistic review process. We will be test optional for all majors of fall 2021, and you won't be penalized, and you will be considered for merit scholarship. We have a priority deadline of December 1st, And you'll want to hit that deadline because 98% of our students do receive merit award, and you have to apply by then to get it. Our average package is about $28,000 per year, and that puts Loyola on the list of schools for best value. Thank you so much for your time. I am your admissions counselor, and I'm here. So please reach out throughout the entire admissions process, and I'll also be in my private room, Zoom room from 5 to 6:30 tonight. So I hope to see you there. And next up is a colleague also from Chicago.
Oh, thanks, Tara. It's good to see you. And Tara knows that I'm a big fan of Loyola. My twin brother graduated from Loyola University, Chicago. My name is Marty. I'm the Assistant Director of Regional Admissions for Columbia. I'm based mostly in Los Angeles, but I travel normally around a lot. So it's good to be with you this evening. And I want to just start by saying, I hope you're doing well. You creatives out there, I hope you're staying engaged and inspired and, you know, being good to yourself. That's really important in all of this. So a little bit about Columbia. We are a private college. We're a nonprofit college. We're fully accredited. We're a Division Nothing school. We focus entirely on the creative arts. So all of our programs at Columbia are really attractive to students who want to either produce or support some type of creative work. We're located in the heart of downtown Chicago, so we've heard from some other Chicago schools. We're all very close to one another. Our campus, though, is really in downtown Chicago. It's a very vertical campus, if you will. On the next slide, you'll see some information about student demographics at Columbia. Here's what I want to convey. The 6 major programs that we offer are media and digital arts programs, our performing arts programs, music and sound, visual arts, we have business and management programs, and then communication and writing programs. California this past school year was our 2nd largest population of students. And the top 4 programs of those students were film and television, including animation. We have both a traditional animation and a computer animation program. Fashion, everything from fashion business to fashion design. Music, performing it, composing it, recording it, mixing it, etc. And then theater, musical theater, acting, comedy, technical theater, you name it. So if any of those speak to you, perhaps Columbia or any of our great schools in Chicago will be a good fit. Lastly, as we're segueing here, I want to just kind of talk about, I think, why students choose Columbia, and in particular in this last year. We expect our students to engage with Chicago. You know, we want our students auditioning off campus, gallerying off campus, gigging off campus, interning off campus. And I think importantly, our students want to be a part of the conversations that are happening in many urban centers throughout this country. So if you want to be part of the conversations and share stories, but also be part of the solutions, again, I think that's why students are intentionally choosing Columbia. On the last slide here, you'll find my contact information. If you have any questions, scan that code or screenshot this. I, of course, will be at the virtual fair a little later this evening. I am your admission rep and really just an advocate for you if you need any support navigating sort of the application or portfolio process for Columbia or maybe even some other art schools. So as I wind down here, once again, I hope that you're staying well, you're staying inspired, be good to yourselves and each other, wash your hands, take breaks when you need to, and thanks for tuning in tonight. We're gonna take a quick trip to New Jersey and hear from a lovely colleague at the New Jersey Institute of Technology. Stay well, friends. Bye-bye.
Perfect. Thank you, Marty. So hi, everyone. My name is Lauren Kawakami. I'm the Associate Director of Enrollment Management for Honors College here at NJIT. And so we are located in Newark, New Jersey. We were founded in 1881 as the Newark Technical School and then renamed to NJIT in 1975. We offer 128 plus degree programs that you can get involved in as early as your freshman year in any of our 100 plus R1 research centers or laboratories. We are a medium-sized school. We're just under 12,000 students total, but we do try to keep our class sizes pretty small with our student to faculty ratio around 17:1, and the average class size at NJIT is around 25 students. We are D1 for our athletics program. Our men's soccer team recently won their division, so we're really proud of them, so go Highlanders. And all of our programs are fully accredited. So as you're taking a look at some of our majors in our programs, like engineering, for example, they are fully accredited. We're about 15 miles or 5 miles, or excuse me, 15 minutes or 5 miles away from Newark Liberty International Airport. So it's a very quick and convenient plane ride over, and you can find multiple direct flights. And we're about 20 miles, or excuse me, 20 minutes or 10 miles away from New York City. So there's quite an abundance of opportunities like co-ops and internship opportunities, not only in the city of Newark, but also in New York City. So as you go along to the next slide, you'll see some of our programs that we offer at NJIT. We have 18 different engineering majors, and you can take classes inside our 20,000 square foot brand new makerspace with over $10 million worth of machinery inside of there. We do offer a 4- and 5-year architecture program, industrial, digital, and interior design, a business program with a partnership with IBM and the Bloomberg Terminal Market, forensic science if you want to go into and work in a crime laboratory, computer science is our top major at NJIT, along with accelerated 6- and 7-year degree programs. Notably, we do offer a 7-year accelerated BSMD program with New Jersey Medical School. We have 140 plus clubs and organizations for you to get involved in, notably our Solar Car and Baja Car team. We also do operate the Big Bear telescope and observatory. So if you ever go out to Big Bear Lake, our professor is actually the one who operates that telescope out there. 90% of our graduates do find a job within 1 year of graduation, and you can find that average starting salary is just over $65,000. We've been named by Forbes as #1 in the country for return on investment and upward economic mobility. And finally, as you go on to the last slide, you can see these are some of our averages and statistics. Do want to note for fall 2021, we are test optional. In years past, our current freshman class averaged around 1292 on the SAT and a 3.6 unweighted GPA. If you are interested in our honors college, it's all incorporated into the common application. Our current freshman class was around a 1500 average SAT and a 3.9 unweighted GPA. I do encourage you to reach out if you do have any questions regarding NJIT or programs in the admissions process. My email is listed on there. If not, I will be in my Zoom booth starting at 6 o'clock. Thank you so much.
Hello, everybody. I hope everyone's doing well and safe. So I just wanted to take a quick second to introduce myself. My name is David Lucetto. I'm an admissions counselor from New Mexico Highlands University. And go ahead and go to the next slide. So kind of what I wanted to talk about just briefly is about a little bit about the programs that we have to offer. So if you're looking to go into the STEM-based fields like biology, chemistry, if you're wanting to go into sociology, anthropology, criminal justice, social work, business, we have quite a bit of options for you. And I would love to talk more in detail with you guys each individually about the programs. Go ahead and go to the next slide. Next slide, please. Okay, awesome. So one big thing that I really like to mention is we're really affordable. So in terms of out-of-state tuition, it's $5,421 per semester to attend our university. Go ahead and go to the next slide. So some of the scholarships that we have to offer, a $2,000 scholarship I always like to mention. So already a good chunk of your tuition is being covered by this one scholarship. And all you need is a 3.0 or a 22 ACT score to be accepted here with the scholarship. Now for admissions purposes, all you need is a 2.0 GPA, graduate from high school, and you're automatically ready to go. When you apply for admissions, you're applying for scholarships. I will love to talk with you guys more about the different programs that we have to offer, different scholarships, other affordable options. We are a part of WUI, and I'll be in my booth at 6 o'clock. Thank you. Bye.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to listen to learn some more information about NC State this evening. So my name is Justin Richardson. I'm an Assistant Director of Undergraduate Admissions here at NC State University. So NC State is located in Raleigh, North Carolina. Roughly speaking, we're about 2 miles from the downtown area. So being a student here on our campus, you can experience everything NC State has to offer, as well as anything the city of Raleigh has to offer. And they can be our local places to eat at downtown, museums, or get involved with a lot of our jobs and corporations. So with our location within Raleigh, again, we're 2 miles from the downtown area, and we're roughly speaking 5 miles from the Research Triangle Park area, which is the world's largest research park here in the United States. So really easy to get involved with internships, co-ops, or anything around there. NC State is the largest school in North Carolina. Roughly speaking, we have about 36,000 students on campus. Of that number, about 25,000 students are undergraduate students from over 120 different countries. Even though we are a very large school, our average classroom size is about 35 students only, and we have a 14:1 student faculty ratio. And you can see our first year retention rate is about 94%. So this does show that we are successful, and most of our students will return back here on campus. We are known as a STEM institution, so we focus a lot in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. On the bottom left-hand part of the screen, you can see some of our top majors. One thing a little unique about us is that students do apply directly into that major on that application. So if you admitted into NC State and decide to enroll, you will begin directly into your program of your choice. Our review process is a holistic review process, just meaning we don't have any set minimums. Grade-wise, love to see A's and B's with more A's than B's, and you're taking challenging courses, and you're involved outside the classroom as well. We are fully test optional for this year, so as far as reporting any SAT or ACT test scores, it is completely up to you, and all of our scholarship review process will be test optional as well. We love to see a student who's involved inside and outside the classrooms, just like you're involved as far as making the good grades and taking your academics seriously. We love to see the things you're involved in outside the classroom and learn more about your story as well. So the more the context of who you are as a student and learning more information about you. We do have 2 deadlines. Our first one is early action, which is November 1st. The next one is regular decision. Both of our deadlines are completely non-binding. I do want to highlight, starting on Saturday, we will have start our virtual open house. It will be 5 full days long. If you want to get signed up for it and see more information about it, you can visit ncsu.edu/open house, or you can also connect with us doing a virtual visit. You can do a virtual tour or a virtual one-on-one appointment, or connect with us with the information for the interest form is right there. My booth will begin at 6:30, so if anyone has any questions, I'll be more than happy to talk to you. Besides that, I hope you guys have a great afternoon.
Awesome. Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening. Thanks, Justin. Tommy here with the University of Missouri. I'm actually stationed out here in beautiful Orange County, but I'm here to tell you a little bit today about our institution and why we have so many folks coming from California. So if you go ahead and go to the next slide, please. University of Missouri, we're a large school, got about 29,000 students. That's our total population. Undergraduates, about 20, but we had a lot of resources. Average class size, just under 30 students, 18:1 student to faculty ratio. Tigers coming from all around the world. California actually sits as our 4th most popular state, so we're really happy about that. And we're unique in which we are both the land grant for the state of Missouri, in addition to Tier 1 research, AAU accredited. So we're really unique to have 2 of those titles. A lot of internships and research money that's funded to our university that students can actually do, which is really, really cool. Go ahead and jump to the next slide, please. Awesome. A lot of great majors on our campus. I want to specifically focus on our top most popular major for our California students. Number 1 is going to be our journalism program. It's the longest running program in the nation. It also wins multiple awards every single year. It's direct admit, and students actually can start working in our NBC station that's located on our campus their freshman year. So only school in the nation that has an NBC Universal News station on campus. So those are our students that are doing the news, all sorts of hands-on experiences and talking about worldwide events. Business is a close second, guaranteed internship, and most of our California students will actually come back to California for that specific internship. And then we're unique too, in which we are one of 9 public universities that has a pre-law, pre-med, and a pre-vet program on our campus. So we have a lot of students from California coming to those specific programs. And then engineer rounds out our 4th most popular major. And we're non-impacted as well, and we're direct admits. So if you're admitted to Mizzou, you're automatically admitted into your program. Next slide, please. Awesome. And to round out, we are located in beautiful Columbia, Missouri. It's about a 2.5-hour plane ride from California out to Missouri. You can fly directly into Columbia. Columbia is a college city. We're related quite a bit to UC Davis. We've got a lot of hospitality there, a lot of fun things to do. 125,000 people, a lot of school spirit, Even during COVID times right now, there's still a lot of really safe activity that's going on downtown. It's very buzzing, especially after our game that we had over the weekend, it was a great game against LSU, and a lot of students are pumped about that. But very friendly city. I'm going to be in my booth at about 6 o'clock. If you'd like to hear about our new test optional method, love to talk to you about that. In addition to our wonderful scholarships, including in-state tuition for students that have either a very high GPA or test score, I'd be more than happy to share that information with you folks. So thank you for taking the time to listen to me today. And up next, we're going to go back to the West Coast and talk about beautiful UC Santa Barbara.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for coming to this presentation. Hopefully you can learn a little bit about our university here at UC Santa Barbara. My name is Guillermo Vasquez. I'm a freshman admissions counselor from here at University of California, Santa Barbara. So today I did want to give you a little bit of an overview on our university, some highlights, some quick hits, and just generally what our university is all about. So we at UC Santa Barbara are a top 6 public university in the nation, within the UC system as well. So we work within our system where we have 9 different universities, and we've been voted by US News in 2021 to be the number 6 public university in the nation in that sense. We are also very much, as all our UC campuses are, very research oriented and have had 6 different Nobel Prizes within our departments, as well as 1 Nobel laureate who is still working within our engineering department. This is a very much a great sense of pride for ourselves when it comes to the academics, but on the other side of things, when it comes to just student well-being, we are also happy to be voted number 1 happiest in students and number 1 happiest students in California by the Princeton Review as well. So we have a little bit of the best of both worlds in that sense. And all of this really ties together with the sense of a supportive nature that we provide our students through different resource centers and tutoring, as well as advising that's very much tailor-made to students, as well as an emphasis when it comes to our students' health and well-being and the types of programs that we offer that are going to emphasize that for our students and making sure that that is a focal point on top of the academics that our students have on campus. We specifically at our campus are offered 90 different majors across our 3 different colleges, as we do have a college system. And we're very undergraduate focused as well. 23,000 of our 26,000 total students on our campus really do get a lot of priority when it comes to just faculty availability, as well as just general resources, research positions, internships, as well as jobs on campus, because of how undergraduate focused we are and how much we want to make sure our students who are undergraduates are getting these types of experiences right away. We are also very much a Hispanic serving institution in the sense that we have been certified as such and can provide a lot of different services in the community for these types of students. When it comes to our community itself, as you can tell, we're very community oriented. You know, that comes definitely with the rank of being a very supportive campus and is also being one of the happiest campuses in California. And not to mention the one thing that a lot of people remember us for, which is the fact that we are a beachside location. Our campus is literally located by the beach, which is amazing for our students. They don't have to go far at all if you want a nice, really calm, de-stressing location to be able to do your studies or to maybe wind down at the end of the day. Next slide. When it comes to our majors, like I mentioned earlier, we have 90 different majors, and these, again, are split between our 3 different colleges. Our largest by far is definitely our College of Letters and Science, where we held 80 of our majors, as well as the opportunity for undeclared as well. So we have majors here from the hard sciences to the humanities, a lot of different programs in between. The best part about this college is that major is not a factor, so students can safely pick whatever major they're interested in. Within our College of Engineering, we offer our mechanical, electrical, chemical, computer, and computer science engineering programs on our campus. These are a bit more competitive because of the limited space. We do have resources such as a 10-to-1 student faculty ratio, as well as senior capstone projects and the opportunity to earn both a bachelor's and a master's degree. And if you're a student who's more specifically looking to have a specialized program, we do have our College of Creative Studies program. And of course, we pair this, of course, with how active our students are, both through organizations and athletics here. Next slide. And of course, if you want to get an idea of where we are located, you can take a look here at the slide. We're about a 2-hour drive north from the city of Los Angeles, so it's still pretty close to there. Part of the reason that why we're so community oriented is, of course, the fact that we are within having 82% of our students living on campus or within a mile of campus, not to mention the amazing location. So it brings definitely our students together. And the outcomes really tie everything together for us here. showing the effectiveness of our university and how much of a great experience it is, where 86% of our students are very much employed or pursuing graduate studies within a year after graduation. So very much being effective in that field. Not to mention that part of this does come from the fact that we have our career services program available to all our students, who essentially provides opportunities by presenting them with careers and graduate school fairs all year round, including things like our top 40, top 400 companies in the country coming to our campus every year. So I hope this was very informative, and I do want to thank you all for participating in this little segment for our campus. Thank you.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here, and hopefully for those who are interested in the University of Colorado Boulder, thanks for making the time for this presentation. My name is Lori Calloway. I am an assistant director with the university, and I am the admission counselor who works with all students applying to the university from Southern California. About 10% of our population every year comes from California, so my office is actually based in Southern California. So feel free to email me. Next slide, please. And click through. The slide will click.
The visuals aren't coming through.
No worries. Thanks for letting me know. So what the slide is meant to show you is the different ways that you can customize your degree. We are the Tier 1 research university in the state, and we have over 110 different degrees with about 4,000 courses that you can take. What makes us different is that we are not the large flagship school that gives you this major and says, here is the major of psychology or business. This is the box kit. Everybody does this major. Next slide, please. We actually want our students to work and customize and actually bring their full selves, their hobbies, their interests, and their passions to the major. If you could just click through to the next slide, please. And yeah, one more click. And then thank you. Next slide. So what that means in campus is if you are interested in taking aerospace engineering, but you want a minor in dance, or if you've always wanted to do filmmaking, but you really like to do a business minor, that is where our students shine and really create their paths. Even though we're about 30,000 students, our average class size is 24, our student to teacher ratio is 18:1, and about 2,000 students are engaged in research at any time. We also have 525 clubs and organizations and study abroad in over 400 sites a year. Next slide, please. So with 92% of our students successfully placed within 6 months, some more have rates of 100 placement within 3, with one of the strongest alumni networks in the country, and also a very strong base of relationships with companies. We're able to give you a very hands-on, small classes, almost liberal arts and sciences education at a flagship research university, and then able to connect you through our resources and relationships to really get you wherever you want to go. My room will be open from 6 to 8, and if you have any questions at all, email me or come see me tonight at 6 to 8. Thank you so much, and I'll turn it over to the next school.
Hi there, my name is Katie Spellmeyer and I'm an admission counselor at the University of Dallas. You've got my contact information and our general office information on this first slide. The University of Dallas is a small private liberal arts university in Irving, Texas. We're about 15 minutes from the heart of Dallas and about 35 minutes from Fort Worth. Easy access to both airports in the area, so you have all of the benefits of the huge metroplex, but our relatively small suburban campus as well. We have 30 majors and 41 concentrations with an 11:1 student-teacher ratio and an average class size of 19 students. Next slide, please. These are a few different things that really make the University of Dallas unique. Number one being our Rome program. We have our own campus over just outside of Rome, Italy, in the Italian countryside overlooking a vineyard. About 80% of our undergraduates participate in this program. So if you are interested in studying abroad, I highly recommend popping into my booth later to chat more about the Rome program. It's an opportunity available to students of all majors. So you don't have to be a specific major to participate, and you have opportunities throughout the semester to travel with your class and on your own, whether it's going to Greece or Spain or traveling around Italy. It's an amazing opportunity. And again, we're a liberal arts institution. So the next big thing I like to talk about is the core curriculum. The core curriculum is studied by every student at UD, again, regardless of major. So you also are building on top of it with your major, but it's a really fantastic way to build up your critical thinking skills and written and oral communication skills. So these are incredible foundational skills that can really help you to be a successful leader in whatever industry you decide to pursue after your time at UD. We are also a Catholic institution, so there are a lot of opportunities for students to have faith-based programming in their UD experience. However, you are not required to be Catholic to attend the University of Dallas. It is a perk, not a requirement. And then again, of course, the DFW area. I personally loved it. You have everything from professional sports to great restaurants, museums, zoos, pretty much everything I could have wanted in a city. Next slide, please. But what really ties all of these things together is our amazing community. We would not be the institution we were without our fantastic faculty that are amazing mentors to our students. We have really supportive students where you have classes with students of different majors than you, students from your hometown, students from across the country. And it's a really great place where once you walk on campus, you really get to have a taste of, this is my family. This is something I'm excited to be a part of. If you want to chat more about any of these types of things or what you are specifically interested in studying, I'd be happy to chat more. I'll be in my booth today from 6 to 8.
Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining us at University of Florida. I myself am excited. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. And next slide, a little bit about Wyoming University of Florida. We have over 300 undergraduate and graduate majors on one campus. It's a giant rectangle, and everything's right there. Medical school, law school, dental school, school of pharmacy, and veterinary med. We have about 97% of our freshmen come back. That's one of the highest retention rates in the nation. We're super proud of that. We are located in Gainesville, Florida. So on that map, that blue star, that is Gainesville. It is a town of about 132,000. 53,000 of those people would be students. Another 32,000 of those would be faculty or staff. So it is a giant college town. There is a small regional airport that's only 15 minutes away that American and Delta currently fly into. And there's a free bus that goes all over, well, there's more than one. There's a few buses that go all over Gainesville. And with the student ID, you ride that for free. Next slide, please. And the next slide, please. Thank you. So Innovation Academy is our entrepreneurship area on campus. If you're thinking about developing products or entrepreneurship, you might want to talk to me about that. We do not admit by major. We are not impacted anything. We have over 15 engineering majors. We have aeronautical, mechanical, electrical, all the ones that everybody gets all excited about, biomedical, and we do not admit it based on major. So we're pretty much major blind when you apply. So we don't even look at that because we're not impacted. And any major you study in our campus, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to graduate in 4 years. On our program, we let our undergrads do research. We do have a lot of history of product development. There's one out there I always talk about that you guys probably already aware of. We are the Florida Gators. There's a little drink out there, an athletic drink. So yeah, Gatorade did come from our campus, but back in 1965. We have over 1,000 clubs and activities. We want you plugged in and doing things besides just going to classes. We have over 2,700 intramural sports teams. So there's gotta be something for you to do something on our campus. And a big campus of 53,000, no matter where you end up going, join a club, join an activity, because it's gonna get that little core group that's gonna make it feel like home. We do offer Greek life in social, cultural, and professional organizations. ROTC, all 4 branches on our campus, Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines. D1 athletics, part of that SEC, which you've already heard about. We're all really proud of our SEC conference. Gator Nation, anybody who's graduated from the University of Florida who is anywhere around the world, over 500,000 people. So it's a really cool active Gator networking group that you get to work with. There's a group in Orange County, SoCal Gators, and they meet at the Hooters in Costa Mesa to watch any kind of games. And it's a traditional college town, which is about one of the things, one of the things I did want to talk about is right now we are currently number 6 in the nation for best public university. That just happened a couple of weeks ago. We're very, very proud of that. We were trying to break into the top 10, then we were 9, 8, 7, 6. And to get in the top 5, we are working with artificial intelligence. So when they flip the switch on this computer at the beginning of the upcoming school, like January or so of February 2021, it'll be the fastest and best AI computer of any college or university in the United States. Very proud of that. We're also hiring 100 more faculty members to teach AI. And while we're still learning about this program, because it is in development, what they are saying is no matter what major you are on campus, if you want to work with artificial intelligence, you're going to be able to take these classes to get that background. So that's super cool, super fun. So come be a Gator, come talk to me. My booth is from 6 to 8 p.m. tonight, and I'll see you there.
Hi everybody, my name is Eva Hester and I work with the University of Idaho. We are located in Moscow, Idaho, which is in the northern part of the state up on the Panhandle. We're right over the Washington border. Right here's just an aerial view of campus that I thought was really pretty and wanted to share with everybody. Our campus isn't very large. It takes about 20 minutes to get from one end to the other end while walking. And right when you leave campus, you're in downtown Moscow. It really is a college town. Everybody on campus really loves to enjoy the downtown area, and every coffee shop or restaurant you go into, you're bound to run into your professor, staff members, whoever it might be. It's oftentimes students working on the other side of the counter. So it really is that college town feel. And you can go to the next slide. We have about 8,000 undergraduate students, but we are D1 with sports. So although you still get that really big fun sports school, you have smaller class sizes. We are the state of Idaho's land grant institution. So about 66% of our undergraduates do participate in research. And we have about 4,000 grad students on campus as well. We have majors ranging all the way from engineering and business to more unique ones that'll fall within the College of Agriculture, College of Natural Resources. We also have a College of Architecture, which is pretty well known, and it's been around for a really long time. We have the first Bachelor's of Science in the nation for fire science. So that's a really popular one for California students. The most popular major I do have students applying for is or the most popular college, I guess, would be the College of Engineering. That's our most popular coming out of California from my territory specifically. I am regionally based here as well. So if you ever want to meet up in person once this is all over, or right now virtual one-on-one, I'm happy to do that. We are big on interdisciplinary studies. So if you're a business major, you might be working with a computer science major on a project. So we like to get students working with students outside of their major so that you really learn how to work with different types of people. We're a very outdoorsy university. So we do have one of the largest outdoor rental centers on a college campus where you can actually go and rent outdoor gear. You don't have to bring that all with you to campus. The Palouse, where we're located, has endless outdoor opportunities for all 4 seasons. And we also have a traditional college campus. And so we have a little thing, it's a pathway, it's called the Hello Walk. And that's something I always like to share because when you're walking on that pathway, it's tradition to say hi to everybody that walks past you. So I think that goes along with the vibe of campus. You can go to the next slide, please. Thanks. And we were just voted as the #1 best college in the West for value. So that was an exciting ranking that came out with the US News and World Reports a couple weeks ago. That Scan Me, unfortunately, I just found out doesn't work anymore, but my email is right below there. So if you have further questions, definitely ask me. We are a WUI university, and so you will receive WUI upon acceptance into the University of Idaho. There's no additional application, and there's also no additional deadline for that. So when you apply to U of I, if we accept you, you will automatically receive WUI. And so if you have further questions, come talk to me in my Zoom room from 6 to 7. Next up, we have my good friend James with the University of Illinois.
Hey everybody, I'm sorry about that. My name is James Gilby. I'm with the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. I'm based in Fullerton, California. A little bit about the university. You could turn to the next slide. A little bit about the University of Illinois. We are about 2.5 hours south of Chicago, depending on how fast you drive, about 2 hours from Minneapolis and 2.5 hours from St. Louis. So we're right in that middle of some of the largest cities in the Midwest. We have some great majors on our campus. We have 12 academic colleges. We are really known for the investment within the Big Ten. We really try our best to work individual with all our students when they are coming to the University of Illinois after they graduate. So we have really high paying rates after the students graduate. We have 1,000 student organizations represented on our campus. A lot of stuff going on. You go to the next page. And really talk about our academic colleges. We're really known for the Granger College of Engineering. We have 10 majors in that, really well known for computer science, which is top 5, computer engineering, bioengineering, but we also are known for the Granger College of Engineering, the Geese Business College, which is also ranked within the top 20, some good programs in there. We are a land grant university, so we have three cool things about that, being a land grant university. Just like Eva said before, we have a vet school, a medical school, and law school all on our campus. There's not many schools that have all three. We're big on research, $600 million, which is one of the largest in the of all universities in the country. We are Tier 1. We have Research Park, which is on 150 acres on our campus. We have 133 companies on our campus, some well-known companies that came from alumni: YouTube, Yelp, PayPal, minus Elon Musk. We're all alumni. We started the first web browser, Mosaic, on our campus, which is pretty cool. So we have some tech-savvy programs and jobs on campus. We are in the Big Ten. Generally getting better. We lost a nail biter to Cal Berkeley last year in our first bowl game in a while. Basketball team was going to be legit before COVID-19 hit. We attend computer science programs that we're really proud about. We started those in the early 19, so it's a CS double degree. Some other things that we're known for is our ACES, which is our environmental science college, our fine art and the School of Design. We're really big on theater. Some pretty cool stuff about that. Another thing I would like to tell you about is our size of our campus. It's one of the largest in the country on acreage. We have a 1,000-acre farm on campus. We also have the Merrill Fields, which is a research institute that just deals with agriculture, which is also pretty cool on our campus as well. Besides that, I would tell you about University of Illinois. Our students are really friendly. We have 18-to-1 student-faculty ratio, so our class sizes are pretty small for a large Tier 1 university. My name is James Gilby. Again, that's J Gilby, G-I-L-B-E-Y. You can email me at jgilby@illinois.edu. Seniors, enjoy the senior year. Finish your applications early, and hit me up if you have any questions. Thanks so much.
Hi, everyone. My name is Julia, and I am with the University of Melbourne, based in Melbourne, Australia. Next slide, please. So we are a large public research-intensive institution. We have pretty much everything you could imagine, from the humanities to health sciences, science, performing arts, music, business, and so on. We're ranked #1 in Australia. We are ranked 26 in the world, so it's sort of the equivalent of an Ivy League institution down under in Australia. A lot of our programs are ranked quite high in the top 40 in the QS subject rankings. Next slide, please. One great advantage of our degrees is all bachelor degrees in Australia are 3 years. So really straightforward process, probably would take you, an afternoon of your time to fill out an application. It's just your GPA, SAT, and ACT scores. We do require AP prerequisites, but there's no essays, personal statements, references, or extracurriculars. So if you meet the minimum requirements, there's a really good chance you'll get an offer. It can be quite affordable to study in Australia. So our degrees, because of the 3 years, they tend to be quite comparable to even in-state options. And most of the time it's cheaper than private schools or out of state even. We have a young leaders program, so that's just a 1 to 2 week pre-college program where you get to kind of explore your different interests. And basically you can take workshops and lectures in a stream that you're interested in learning more about. Next slide, please. One of the best things about studying at the University of Melbourne is you're in Melbourne. It's a really amazing city. It was ranked the most livable city for 7 years in a row, but it's a big city vibe, but it's also its own separate campus and about 30-40 minutes away from a lot of really great natural beauty. So a lot of really great things to do. The Australian people are very welcoming and inclusive, so it's a great place to live and a great place to study. So I hope you guys can all check out my booth. I'll be in from 5 to 6. and I'm based in Orange County, so I was happy to set up a time to chat as well. And now I'll pass it to my colleague, University of North Texas.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here tonight. My name is Tiffany Lipscomb, and I'm the Associate Director of Admissions at the University of North Texas, and I am the representative for California as well. We are located in Denton, Texas, which is about 30 to 45 minutes north of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Really cool as we've been bid a best small town in America and also a best college town as well. There are a lot of really fun things to do in Denton. We have several different types of music festivals, art festivals. Right now those look a little bit different because of COVID, of course, but we are trying to find ways for people to still experience those types of things, whether virtually or at a limited capacity. We also do have a satellite campus in Frisco, which is about 30 miles from our main campus that has some additional programs there. And one great advantage of us is we are located in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Great area to work in, to live in, great internship opportunities, as well as just a lot of fun things to do if you want to go outside of Denton and explore a larger metropolitan area. Next slide, please. A few other facts about us. We were founded in 1890, and we are a Carnegie Tier 1 research university. We are also a Hispanic serving institution as well. We have over 230 academic programs. We have just over 40,000 students at UNT, but we keep our class sizes as small as possible. We do have a 25-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and our average class size is about 25 to 26 students. We do have 16 different residence halls on campus, so lots of different options for you to live on campus. We have over 425 student organizations, pretty much everything you can think of, from academic related, honor societies, Greek life, community service groups, to fun interest things like our Quidditch team, our paintball team. We even have a My Little Pony club, which is kind of funny. We are D1 athletics, and our freshman and transfer retention rates both went up this year, so we were very proud of that. And we have over 150,000 alumni in the DFW area, so lots of ways to be connected there as well. Next slide, please. I want to talk just a little bit about our freshman application and admissions requirements. We are located on both Apply Texas or the Common App, so you can apply either one, and you would need to submit your official high school transcript. We are test optional for fall 2021, but we do encourage you sending an ACT or SAT if you do have that. You'll get a login for your My UNT student account where you can manage your application. And then you can see here our automatic admission requirements. Since we are test optional this year, if you do have a 3.0 unweighted GPA or higher, you can be automatically admitted to UNT without submitting that test score. I will be open from 6 to 8 p.m. in my booth, and I hope to see you there. Thanks so much for having me tonight.
Hi there, my name is Amanda Marsh. I am with the University of Oklahoma. I am a graduate of OU, but I'm actually based in Southern California with you all. I'm just down the 5 in San Diego to best support our West Coast students. So this is the University of Oklahoma right here on our side. We are consistently ranked one of the most beautiful campuses in the United States, which might not be something that you've ever known about Oklahoma before. What you're seeing is our South Oval. That is where the majority of your undergraduate classes would take place. We are very much a traditional residential walking campus. Next slide, please. We are located in Norman, Oklahoma. We are just 25 minutes south of Oklahoma City, so you have really nice airport access just about half of our students are coming from out of state because we have that easy access for students to get to us. Norman is very much your traditional college town. It is focused on the 18 to 22-year-old lifestyle. We host 22,000 undergraduates on our campus. Our average class size, though, is just around 32. Our honors classes are always capped at 22, and they're always taught by a professor, which is really nice. We are a Tier 1 research institution. We are the flagship for the state, so we are like your UC system here in that sense, but we are just one main campus for our undergraduate students, all in Norman, Oklahoma. Norman is a great place for college students to be. First of all, because it's really focused on that lifestyle, but it's also known as the city of festivals for the state of Oklahoma. So you have lots of arts and culture going on all throughout Norman. And then you have Oklahoma City there when you want it, for internships, for job placements, of course, for the airport, for the NBA when we're not living in a bubble. You do have that big city life when you want to use it. Next slide, please. We do have over 170 different programs of study at OU. We are known for being the home of the National Weather Center, so we are a great place to come study severe storm research. We have highly ranked performing arts, as well as a complete health science center campus. We are known for our business school, our journalism, 18 different types of engineering. Really anything you want to study at OU, you can. When you're applying to the university, for the majority of our programs, you're being admitted to OU as a whole, not into your degree granting college. You do have until the end of your freshman year to go ahead and declare your program. It does not slow down your graduation rates, so it doesn't matter if you're putting undecided, petroleum, engineering, whatever it is while you're applying, except for our performing arts and our aviation program. Next slide. Being a proud graduate of the university, I like to tell students that my student experience was one of the best, and I know that's why students from the West Coast are choosing OU and finding their home there. We have great academics, a very involved student life, beautiful campus, one of the largest Greek systems in the nation with 25% of our students involved, 550 other student organizations, study abroad experiences where we have campuses over in Arezzo, Italy, as well as in Puebla, Mexico, and opportunities to get you to 200 other cities. But also a great place to come for sports. I have to harp on my Sooners, who just beat our biggest rival this past weekend. We are the home of 38 national championships, including winning 5 within 5 weeks. So not just a football school, but lots of other great D1 activities. So softball, gymnastics, tennis, golf as well. I'd love to get connected with you and have you learn more about the University of Oklahoma. Boomer Sooner, that's it for me tonight, and I believe we're headed out to Pittsburgh next.
Thanks, Amanda. Hi, everyone. My name is Kelsey from the University of Pittsburgh, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about Pitt and its location within the city, a little bit about the academics, and then also just the best part of being a student at Pitt and that fun experience. So the photo you're looking at currently is our campus. That tall building you see is 43 stories of classrooms and professors' offices and is the center of our campus, called the Cathedral of Learning. Pitt has the best of both worlds, where it is very much an urban campus. You have the city going on around you. We're about 3 miles from downtown Pittsburgh, so not in the heart, but very urban. But it also is a great college town and a great college campus. You'll see lots of green space. Everything's walkable on campus, and it's going to have that traditional college campus feeling. So you get the best of both worlds, and that was something I loved about being a student at Pitt. So on to our next slide. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the resources we have for students in the city. So we have 18 Fortune 500 companies. So for our business majors or engineering students, this is a great place to get an internship. If you're into the arts and entertainment, if you're a foodie and like to try different restaurants, or you just want to be a student in a town that is very spirited, Pittsburgh has all of that. It's a beautiful city. We have 446 bridges, so just a little more than Venice, Italy. It's beautiful and it's really accessible to you. So you'll get free public transportation and be able to navigate the entire city and to and from the airport. Coming from the West Coast, that'll be nice for you. On our next slide, I'm going to tell you just a few of the academic programs we have at Pitt. So we have 5 freshman entry-level schools, and those 5 schools will include our engineering, nursing, computer science, business, and arts and sciences, which are all direct entry programs. Within any school you're admitted, you can do any single major, so there's no pressure to know exactly what you want to do, and we really encourage you to go out and explore. We do have an internship guarantee program, so we want to make sure all students get work experience. This does not have to be in Pittsburgh. It can be anywhere in the U.S. It can be international. Lots and lots to choose from. At Pitt, with around 19,000 undergraduate students, we have over 100 different majors for you to choose from. But then we also have around 13,000 graduate students. So if you're looking for a long-term education post-undergraduate, we have tons of amazing options as well. And that does include 18 graduate school guarantees. So on my last slide, you can see a few fun pictures of just what it's like to be a student at Pitt, with hundreds of student organizations, Division I sports, tons of study abroad programs. So if you're interested in learning more about becoming a student at Pitt, feel free to connect with me. I am your Southern California admissions counselor, and I'm going to pass it on to the next school.
Hi, my name is First Patrick. I'm actually standing in for Adrian with the University of Wyoming. We are located in Laramie, Wyoming. We have about 12,249 students. We are the sole university in the entire state. We have a 15-to-1 student to faculty ratio. 90% of our classes are taught by professors, and so our average class size is about 30. You definitely get to build that rapport with your peers as well as with your professors. 92% of our graduates last year were in grad school or had a job 6 months after graduation. And we have over 200 areas of studies for our students that are interested in coming to Laramie, Wyoming. Next slide, please. So what can you do in Laramie, Wyoming? We have more than 100 miles of biking trails, so we definitely encourage that outdoor spirit. We have over 2.9 million acres of national forest, definitely a lot of hiking to do, 30 minutes from ski and snow sports. So definitely if you are into the winter activities, really, we have so much accessibility from our campus, and then 15 minutes from climbing, hiking, and bike trails. So again, just speaking to that outdoor adventure spirit for some of our students. Next slide, please. So a little bit about our admissions and scholarships. We do have a high school success curriculum. We're looking for those 4 years of English, math, science, and 3 years of a social science with additional coursework of being 4 years. Right now, we are looking for a cumulative GPA of 3.0. We do have rolling admissions, and so we don't have a hard deadline for most of our programs, except for we do have a direct entry nursing and pharmacy. We do encourage our students to apply by December 1st. We are on the Common App, or we are on our university website with the regular application. We are test optional for admissions consideration. So again, we're just looking for that GPA of a 3.0, but we do require a test score for WUI and our out-of-state Brown and Gold commitment scholarships, which you see a little bit of a grid down there. That's going to be it for me. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining this evening. My name is Brendan Doherty. I'm coming to you from Ursinus College. So Ursinus College is a small liberal arts institution located right outside of Philadelphia. We have 1,500 students on our campus. We are one of the 45 colleges that change lives. Colleges That Change Lives is a nonprofit organization that takes a look at institutions across the nation and identifies ones with high levels of academics as well as strong student-faculty relationships. So you guys know that you guys are going to get a great college education when you come here, and that our professors are seriously fantastic. They take such an interest in you guys. They're going to be with you every single step of the way. Our average class size here is about 15, and we have a faculty ratio of 11-to-1. We have over 60 different courses for you to choose from, with our most popular majors being the ones listed here. Next slide, please. Thank you. So with our campus life, college definitely isn't all lectures, labs, and libraries. We definitely want you to have some fun while you're here. We have a 4-year housing requirement. We want you to be on campus for all 4 years, but with that, we also will guarantee you housing for those 4 years. There's over 100 clubs and organizations for you to get involved in, whether that be major-related, interest-related, fraternities and sororities, you name it, we have it. The best part is, because of our small size, we definitely encourage you guys to start clubs if we do not offer one that you're interested in. All students have to complete what we call our experiential learning project before they graduate. This is where you choose from one of 6 options. Typically, students choose from one of our top 3, whether that be an internship, study abroad, or student research. Study abroad is one of the best things that here at Ursinus. There's over 60 different places you can choose to study abroad to. The best part is that it does not cost anything than whatever you're paying in tuition. Next slide, please. All right, so private is possible. I do know that college tuition is the #1 stressor on all students' minds, but I want to direct your attention to our merit-based scholarships. So all accepted students are awarded a merit-based scholarship. Those scholarships range between $21,000 a year all the way up to $40,000 a year. Just to highlight two of them, the Reverend Rice Memorial Scholarship is for $35,000 a year. That is for students who can show us impacted issues of diversity. So if you were going out in your community and enacting some sort of social change, you can self-nominate yourself for the Reverend Rice Memorial Scholarship. And then the Gateway Scholarship is our most popular scholarship. This is for students who earn a 3.85 GPA or higher, scored a 1250 on their SAT, or scored a 28 on their ACT. So if that's you as a student, you're automatically qualified for that Gateway. Now the specialty scholarships listed on the right, those all need outside applications. There's all different types. There are community service-based ones, science ones, leadership ones, diversity ones. So there's a ton of great options for our students. Next slide, please. All right, so what's next, guys? Our application is open. We're available on the Common App and Coalition app. They are both free for our students to apply, so we'd love to see those applications come in. We have some other virtual interactions and visit opportunities for you. If you find yourself out on the East Coast, come visit us. We're open. We've been seeing families on campus since July 1st. We'd absolutely love to see you take a tour of our beautiful campus. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'm going to pass it off to our next school.
Hey, my name is Ivy Donaldson, and I am the admissions counselor for your area. I'm based in San Diego, although I'm originally from Washington. WSU is located over in southeastern Washington, so that's about 5 hours from Seattle, and it's about 10 minutes from the University of Idaho, our close neighbors. So very far in eastern Washington, and with that comes eastern Washington weather, so we get all 4 seasons over there in southeastern Washington, a lot of snow in the winter, so definitely a different climate from the Seattle side of the state. WSU is going to give you the traditional college experience. We've been ranked one of the best college towns in the nation, one of the safest college towns, and it's definitely a very small town. So about 2/3 of the town of Pullman are the students, even though we are the 2nd largest school in the state of Washington. Next slide, please. WSU is definitely not a commuter school. So our students live, work, play, study in town. You can use your bus pass to get around town. You can walk, but it makes for a really awesome community. Most of our students are undergraduates. So most students are working on their first 4-year degree. The average age of someone in Pullman is about 22 years old. Student life is pretty much the hallmark of WSU. Our students have a lot of school spirit. You're going to see that Coug logo painted on the streets in downtown Pullman, on flags. Our Coug statue is the most photographed area on campus. So a lot of school spirit and a lot of alumni coming back into town on game days. So very fun environment to be a part of. Big Greek system, about 1/4 of our students are part of the Greek system, and a lot of student clubs where you can get connected with your major, with students that share your interests, background, culture, religion. So great opportunities there. We're not impacted for majors, so you can come into WSU, pursue whatever major that you want. We have the first criminal justice program in the nation, first organic and sustainable agriculture program in the nation. So a lot of agricultural research throughout the state of Washington, a lot of students at WSU for engineering degrees. We also have a lot of the health sciences. So nursing is very popular. We have a pharmacy school, a medical school, and a veterinary school on our campus. So a lot of great pre-veterinary pathways. One of the most unique things WSU has is our Bear Center. We have a lot of conservation, education, and different research going on with bear populations. We also do a lot of research up in Alaska and all over the country. So 7 grizzly bears on our campus currently. Definitely something to check out if you come to visit us. Next slide, please. And WSU will automatically consider you for these 2 out-of-state scholarships when you apply. One is our version of the WUI, which we also call the Distinguished Cougar Award. You'll qualify with a 3.6 unweighted cumulative GPA or higher. And then we also have our Cougar Award if you're between a 3.2 and a 3.59. And all of our majors are eligible for the WUI. So you'll be automatically considered for those, and our application process is very simple. We're just going to be looking at transcripts this year, no test scores for 2021. So if you have questions, I'll be in my Zoom room between now and 7 p.m. Thanks so much.
Hi everyone, my name is Katie Reed. I'm the Director of Regional Admission at the University of Tulsa, and I am also based out in California and San Diego to best serve our students on the West Coast. So the University of Tulsa is a small private institution located in the heart of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Our campus is a self-contained, very green, very traditional college campus, but it sits just 3 miles from downtown Tulsa, which is the second largest city in the state. It has a thriving music and art scene, First Friday art crawl every month, over 50 miles of hike and bike trails, and some minor league sports to enjoy as well. So our campus, like I said, is a small campus, less than 5,000 students, and of those 5,000 students, about 3,300 are undergrads. So there is a strong focus on our undergrad students with that gives you easy access to every opportunity on campus, including undergraduate research opportunities, study abroad, internships, so on and so forth. So most of our students are, or about half of our students are coming from out of state. It's about 50% Oklahoma students and 50% out of state students. And then we also have a fairly large international population of about 15% on campus as well. So you are truly getting a very diverse student body on campus, not just students from Oklahoma, but students from all over the world. We have small classes that are offered, so you get that more meaningful engagement with the students in your classes and your professors. You really get that attention via our 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio. We have a vibrant student life on campus, Division I athletics. We're the smallest D1 football school in the nation, over 200 student organizations, lots to get involved with. We do have Greek life, vocal and instrumental music groups, and 18 campus ministries. Next slide, please. We do have 4 different colleges on campus, including engineering and natural sciences, health sciences, business, and arts and sciences, but we have a strong focus in the STEM programs. So some of our most popular majors are within engineering. We also have the largest cybersecurity program in the country. So I encourage you guys, if you're interested in any of the STEM majors, TU would be a great school for you to get that hands-on experience doing undergraduate research starting freshman year. Next slide, please. So we are on the Common Application. We are also test optional this year. When you apply for admission, you're automatically considered for a merit-based scholarship. And we do holistic review. So that means we are not only looking at your grades, but we're also seeing what else you've been involved in outside of academics. We are truly looking for well-rounded students to come to the University of Tulsa. So my contact information is listed here. I encourage you all to apply. It's free to apply right now. So reach out to me if you have questions about TU, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys in my college fair booth from 6 to 6:30. Thanks so much.
Hey everyone, my name is Alex Bauer. I'm coming to you today live from beautiful Notre Dame, Indiana on behalf of St. Mary's College. I am the one and only representative for St. Mary's in the state of California, so I will be one of many people reading your application if you're a senior and are going to be applying. Really excited to meet with you guys and talk with you today. A little bit about us at St. Mary's College. We are about 1,500 students at St. Mary's. What that provides our student is really small class sizes at St. Mary's College. Average class size is about 15, 16, 17 students. So really small class sizes at St. Mary's. It's one of the things that students come to St. Mary's for. We are, of course, a Catholic institution. You do not need to be Catholic in order to attend, but some great faith-based opportunities on campus if that's something that you're excited about. We are also a women's college. So speaking to the young women out there, this is a great opportunity to come and join our unique campus community. A little bit about our academics at St. Mary's. It's why we all go to college. Nursing is probably our most asked about program. We are a nationally accredited nursing program at St. Mary's College. Biology, business, communication, education, and psychology are some of our larger programs. But even our larger programs, again, have those really small class sizes. Really, it's everything from theater and the arts all the way through the STEM fields and engineering. We offer over 50 academic programs at St. Mary's, so a lot of great opportunities from an academic standpoint, and very much hands-on at St. Mary's. Some great research opportunities, again, very much a hands-on experience, a lot of great discussion-based opportunities in the classroom at St. Mary's. Outside of the classroom, we're Division III NCAA athletics at St. Mary's College, a huge study abroad program. Over half our students do study abroad. It's not a requirement, but again, over half do. So if that's something that you're excited about, we can make it affordable and you're still going to graduate on time if you're excited about study abroad. We are very much a residential campus at St. Mary's. We're located about 90 minutes outside Chicago, to give you an idea as far as where we're located, but we're only about a third in state. The majority of our students are coming from outside of Indiana. A lot of them are coming from way outside of Indiana, California, Texas, Florida, up and down the East Coast, small international student population, a true nationwide, worldwide student body at St. Mary's. So students don't go home at night. Students don't go home on the weekends. Right? There's always something to do. There's always something going on campus. If you want to get off our campus, where does that unique Notre Dame, Indiana address come from? The University of Notre Dame is immediately across the street from us, as well as Holy Cross College immediately to our south. So we call it the tri-campus community. What's unique about that is that, again, you have that smaller campus community, kind of that home base on our campus. But if you're really excited about D1 football, you really have to be involved with marching band. You want to be a cheerleader in front of 80,000 people or go watch some hockey. Awesome. You can truly walk across the street to the University of Notre Dame, and some really great opportunities both academically and outside the classroom to connect with in the tri-campus community there. We are on the Common Application. We are a free application for all students at St. Mary's College. We've been test optional the last couple of years, and that is not changing. And we also have quite a bit of money that we're excited to give our qualified students at St. Mary's. All of our students are reviewed for the maximum amount of scholarship. All of our students are receiving some type of aid at St. Mary's College. And those merit-based scholarships start at $15,000 and go all the way up to $30,000 per year while you're at St. Mary's. None of our programs are impacted. We have space for you to study what you want to study at St. Mary's, and we're going to have you out of there in 4 years with a great experience and a great degree. Look forward to meeting all of you. I won't be in California this year, but a lot of great opportunities to meet with us virtually. Last but not least, before I'll send it from Notre Dame, Indiana, out to Tempe. Thank you.
Hi there, good afternoon. I am the last presenter, I think, for this first session. So I'm really excited to be here today with you and share a little bit of information about ASU. My first name is Maria Fernanda. Oh, oops, sorry, Bea, will you skip a few slides for me? Yes, that's perfect, thank you. So my first name is Maria Fernanda. I'm based here in California, actually, but I work primarily with students in Orange County, California. So ASU is very well known for a lot of different things. We are the largest public research university in the country, and we are known really for innovation. Just recently, ASU announced a special partnership with Dreamscape Immersion, and it's about bringing cutting-edge virtual reality to learners worldwide. And that's just one of many, many innovative things that we are leading. ASU this past year was also ranked #4 in the country for public university in the US for first year experience. Yes, ASU is a large public research university in the Phoenix metro area, but we really measure ourselves by who we're including. And so many of our programs, all of our student experiences are designed to include students, to engage students both inside the classroom, inside their residence hall, but also with the community and different internship opportunities. Next slide, please. Awesome. So one of the other things that's unique to ASU is our campus structure. We have 4 main campus locations in the Phoenix metro area. I'll do kind of a brief overview of each one, but Phoenix is the 5th largest city in the country, so it's really exciting that you are in an area that's connected to a lot of arts and culture, but just also a lot of industries. So you're really able to get a lot of hands-on opportunities and research opportunities and just know really what you're studying and what that means after you graduate. So all of the Fortune 500, 1,000 companies in the state of Arizona, the professional sports teams are headquartered in the Phoenix metro. We have education, engineering, business, urban planning, you name it, over 350 degrees. Some are located on more than one campus location, others are just on one campus location. And typically it's due to their proximity to the related industry, internship opportunities in the area. Journalism, we also offer journalism, aviation degrees, of course the liberal arts degrees. It's a really exciting place where there's a lot going on. And again, innovation is a really big element of all of the academic degrees, whether you're studying education or performing arts. We really do push our students or faculty to get out in the community and be leaders in the field. Next slide, please. Thank you. 40% of our students are coming from out of state. So as you can imagine, that's a significant population. All of the states in the country are represented within our student body, which leads to a very diverse and very vibrant student life on campus. All first-year students are expected to live on campus. We have over 29 different residence halls. All students are guaranteed housing. We have Greek life, over 1,000 clubs and organizations. As you can imagine, with students from all over the world, and including thousands of international students, we have a lot of interests and hobbies, activities represented on campus. We also do have over 85 different religious organizations and houses of worship. So it really is a very engaging community where we really thrive on a very diverse and vibrant student body. Our admission requirements, we try to be as straightforward as possible. None of our degrees are impacted. If you meet the admission requirements, you are guaranteed admission into the degree that you're interested in. We do some majors who have higher admission requirements, so you want to make sure you're checking out our degree search to see specifically for your major if it has those higher admission requirements. But for the general university requirements, if you have a 3.0 core GPA, so core GPA is the unweighted GPA in the classes that we require for admission, then you're guaranteed admission into ASU. No, you do not need to have any SAT or ACT scores, and we consider all admitted students for a New American University Merit Scholarship that is determined by your core GPA and your completion or progress in those core competencies that we require for admission. If you have any other questions, do feel free to check out our website or contact me directly, ASU Maria Fernanda at asu.edu. And with that, I will pass it on. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maria Fernanda. And that, my friends, concludes our very first ever virtual college showcase. For anybody who was stuck with us from beginning to end, you are the real MVPs, and we appreciate you being here, and we hope that you learned a lot. You covered 40 colleges in 2 hours. That's more than you probably could have covered in an in-person event, so we hope that this was useful to you. Take a photo of this QR code, or scan it, on your camera. Let us know how we can better improve our virtual fairs in the future. Let us know what you thought, students and families. And now, I want you to hop into some virtual table visits, have a great time, speak to some reps, learn some more. If you're feisty, join us for Showcase B, but otherwise have a wonderful evening. Good luck to all of you seniors out there. We'll be here to support you if you need us. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining us.